Hi everyone, today I'm gonna be reviewing every The Sims 4 DLC, including the new Nifty Knitting Stuff Pack that came out today. I just saw it and I'm really excited to share my opinion with you guys. So I think we can get started. And I wanna say that I put every DLC in the order that they were released in. So I will start with Outdoor Retreat. I really enjoyed this pack. I feel like it's I remember the day it came out. I was really excited. It is the first game pack, the first DLC from The Sims 4, and I was really excited by it. I bought it like the day it came out, and I was really excited to play it. As in gameplay, there are not a lot of things you can do, but I feel like it just so interesting to see how they added the vacation option, and I really play with it a lot in the past, I don't know, years. And I'm gonna rank it for the time. It was really interesting. The items, I don't really like the items, but I feel like for a cabin, like a wooden cabin and some role plays, I think it's gonna be really cool. I love the new world. I love some statues, and I really like, I don't know, I feel like it was a great expansion to the game. It's not really good, but I feel like I'm gonna put it at a beat higher. I don't know, I kinda enjoyed it. Next we have Get to Work. For the time being, Get Work was really liked by people because, as in freelancing, we didn't have that. We only had writing and painting. We only had those two as in freelance, and we had to do jobs. Personally, I really liked the build mode items. I really enjoyed, I don't know, making stuff with it. And as in terms of businesses, it was it was not that good the way it worked, but I really enjoyed playing with it and it was really enjoyable. So I'm gonna put it at an 8 higher because I feel like it's better than the Outdoor Retreat. I may change those later, so these next two I'm gonna group them together because they almost didn't add anything to the base game. I feel like those could have been added in the base game. But in terms of outfits, I really like them. So I'm gonna put both of these at a C tier. Spot A. I feel like this game pack, it was the second game pack that this game came out with, and I love the build mode items, and I feel like I build them every house, everything I build with. I have at least one thing from Spot A, and I stand by that. But in terms of gameplay, I didn't really like it. I felt like it was just kind of half done. I barely go to the spa. I don't think I even have a spa in my world, like in any world. I'm gonna place it at a B tier because it's still good, but it's not completely necessary to the game, or it just doesn't bring too much value. Cool Kitchen Stuff is really interesting because I love that it came out with some counters because Sims 4 lacks counters like a lot, but it doesn't bring anything else. It's just okay, ice cream, popcorn. I think it is from Movie Hangout, but Cool Kitchen Stuff was really not that great. I kind of like the outfits. I don't really use them, but I'm gonna place it at the D higher, or I think I'm gonna put it at a C. Next thing we have Spooky Stuff, and as much as I liked it, I don't see a lot of build mode items being used in my personal gameplay, and those are really like if you want to do something Halloween mode or Halloween themed, yes, you can use it, but that's all you can use it for. And I feel like I'm gonna put it at a D tier because it's really there is barely any gameplay, and the items are really you have to be in a certain category. So I want to say that I love all packs, and all of them are great for a certain playstyle. I mostly build, and in terms of gameplay, I get bored of them really easily. But I will get to the S tier real quick. Get Together was really big. It was the second expansion pack, and I really liked it a lot. I feel like it's definitely really high up there, and not just the build mode items, but the world. It's really big. It's just really, I love it. I have no bad I have no bad words for it. I really, really love the world, the items, the club system. I understood it, I play with it, but I didn't really find it necessary to my gameplay. I don't really use it right now because I have a lot of other things to play with. I love dancing, I love like the DJing skill. I feel like it's really, really a great addition to the gameplay, so I'm gonna put it at an 8 higher. Okay, so please don't kill me that I put get to work and get together at the same tire. I think I will put get to work a bit down here. I think I'm gonna put in another one. Wait. So now we have one more row and I can continue. Movie Hangout was a really, really interesting pack. I really liked it and I loved the big like TVs and I love the popcorn machine. I feel like my sims like to play with to make popcorn and to eat it more than they like to make food. I feel like it was a really, really great addition. I liked every item in the pack. It was really cozy, it was on theme, and it was the create the same items were just I I just liked them. And I'm gonna put this at a beat higher. It's definitely above luxury party and perfect pay show stuff, but it's not like a higher like get together style. No. Next up we have romantic garden. I kind of liked it. I don't really use it that much, but it's not bad. It's just I don't really use it that often.
I don't have any opinions of it. I like it for like the statue and some items, but I barely use some of them. So
I'm gonna put it at the C tier. I don't really have a lot to say about this because I don't really play with it, but I do like some of the create the same items. Dine Out. When Dine Out came out, I was really, really excited and looking forward to play this. And looking at it now, I feel like I was really overhyping this pack because as much as I liked the idea, because the get to work business I was lacking something, it was lacking the business side, it was the managerial stuff. It was just trying to get people to buy your stuff. It wasn't anything else. But now that I thought we were gonna have Dino was gonna be like a proper DLC, a proper game pack specifically for the business side of the restaurant, but I was wrong. I was so wrong, and the game itself is so buggy, and it's just this broken. This game pack is broken, and I would have loved it so much, but I'm gonna have to put it at a C tier due to the fact that you can't really play it for fun. I've played it for so many hours, but I cannot do anything, you know. I'm sorry, I cannot. I have to put it at a C tier, as I wish they would repair this and just make it better. That's what I wish, because it has potential. The kids room stuff is not that interesting for me because I don't really have kids, but for people who have kids, I feel like it's really interesting. The addition to the rooms and everything is really, really nice, but it's nothing more than that's it. The clothes I like. I'm gonna put it a C higher. It's nothing much. It's just for me. I think it works really, really well with parenthood, along with toddler and toddler stuff and everything. But backyard stuff was interesting. It's a great addition to your backyard, but it's nothing much. It's just a slide, I think, and a few more items. The create the same items are not really that great, but I do enjoy this pack, and I'm gonna put it at a C tier. I feel like my C tier is like it's okay, but it's nothing much. It's just okay. That's all. I think that's my tier. Anyways, moving on. City living. Well, that's something. That is something. The world is just incredible. I love it. The apartment is just a different game. Like, it's just something different from living in a house. And I'm just so wow. this is all I have to say. The world, the fact that it was like an open world game that just, I have nothing to say. City Living made The Sims kind of open space, an open game, open world. No, what is open space? I have nothing to say. City Living made The Sims kind of open world, and I wish they would have made this kind of full open world. You can see it in my live streams. I mostly streamed The Sims Saturdays, and I think every Saturday, but you can see that I mostly build with other packs and not with City Living. But the items are really good itself. Not my type, but I really, really like them and appreciate that they're there and they're for a specific type of people. So I'm gonna put it at an S tier with my whole heart. It's there, and I'm so glad it's there. Nothing much, but it's just the butler, I understand, but more than that, it's just basically nothing. It's just some fancy clothing and some fancy. I get that's the pack, but it's not a lot. It's just only a few things, and I can only rank it at a D tier because you can't really use all this stuff like always, and it's not really that valuable. And I would not recommend anyone to buy this stuff unless they are streaming or making content on YouTube like I do. Next up, we have vampires, and those are really, really interesting and adding a great dynamic to the game. If you're a simmer and you actually have this pack, or you know about this pack, you know this is a really great pack, and I have nothing to comment on. I love the new, I think, world and the new dynamic, and how it actually, even if you don't like playing with it, you know the vampires that come into your house at night. I feel like that's really, really interesting, an interesting idea, because even if you don't like interacting with it, you still feel like you have it. So I'm gonna put it maybe at an A tier. Bowling Night. This is an interesting pack, and I really like the idea. I like it, but I feel like I love the create a sim objects, and I really, really enjoy the vibe of it. But nothing more than that. It's just I really like it, but not a lot.
I like it, but not a lot.
I feel like a lot of people will hate me for this, but as in gameplay, it's not really a lot. It's just you play until you master the skill, and just you do strikes every round. So I don't think there's like the skill. There's not any depth into it, and there's not anything good, but not anything bad. So I think I'm gonna put it at a C tier. Parenthood. This is a big. This I love that is not a expansion pack, because it's $20 and not 40. But I just love this. The idea, the depth into it, I love it. Kids are still interacting as objects, as in kids born babies actually are still being interacted as an object. As the kids' interactions are still like objects, but I cannot do anything more than that. But to give them props to them for making this pack, I have no words for it. I like the creators items. I like the gameplay. It has a lot of depth. I love it. It does not have a world like Vampires, Out the Retreat, Strangerville, like other like some game packs, but it just the fitness stuff is really interesting, because as an activewear there's not a lot of options, but I really enjoy making. I use it a lot, even if I don't say it. I have a treadmill in my home because I have to keep my Sims active. I think I'm gonna put it in a D. I don't know. Should I? I'm like, I use it, but it's not that good. I'm gonna make some changes. I'm gonna put fitness here, and I'm gonna put luxury stuff and perfect patio here. The toddler stuff, I really like it. I can say I hate it, but it's not my favorite. I'm gonna put it in a C tier, and I do not play with kids as much as I like Parenthood. I do not play with kids. I do not. And it's just, I didn't really get a lot of time with this in my hands, but maybe I'll stream, I'll do like a family challenge, something. I'll see what I can do. Right now, not the best for me, but not the worst. Cats and dogs, this is something interesting. I don't think you're gonna agree with me. I'm not gonna put it at an S tier. I don't really love it. It's not something that changed my gameplay a lot. I don't really use pets. I would have put it at an S tier if it was pets, because they found the horse in the game's files, and I think they were scrap. Maybe they didn't have time, maybe they didn't have resources. I don't know, but I wish it was the pets expansion pack. But other than that, I'm gonna put it in an 8 higher. I love the world. I love the create a sim items. I love the build mode items. I love the gameplay that, I don't know, it's just something different, but it's sad that you cannot control your pet. Jungle Adventure is really nice. I love the new world. It's like the same as the Outdoor Retreat world, but I love that it's something more than just items. It's just gameplay, and that's what I like. I have no words to comment on this. This is a good game pack, but I'm gonna have to put it at a B tier because I don't play with it. This is supposed to be my personal opinion. I do not play with it. Laundry day. My Sims have never washed their clothes. I didn't even know you can do that. I'm gonna have, no, this is just, it just lacks a lot of gameplay. It's just stuff, you know. I think the D tier is just the things that do not have any gameplay and only have stuff. My first pet stuff. Is this a joke? Is this a joke? Am I... Where's the joke? I don't get it. Where's the joke? I still don't get it. I have no words. Moving on, next question. Seasons. Wow, I really love seasons. Because... No, actually, let's just say something else. Seasons. Seasons is a really great expansion pack. It's one of the best expansion packs I've seen. It just adds detail and the things the Sims 4 lacks in terms of gameplay. It's just something. It's not just an item. It's not just an action. It's just something small, a detail. Actually big. The weather is what I love, and the items, and the cold, like, you know, the thermostat, and when you're cold, when you're warm, when you're hot, when it's hot outside, when it's cold outside, you have to have proper clothing. I wish it would have a bit more depth, but it's an S tier, and I think it's one of the best expansion packs the Sims have done. Strangerville, I liked it. I'm kind of disappointed the story is not around Bella Goth. You know how the they would have made such a good story about it, and like the fans would love it, and I would have loved it. The small stories that I kept making when they were like The Sims or The Sims 2, like those are the entertaining ones, and I wish I would see more in The Sims 4. It really lacks a lot of gameplay and a lot of story. So this gameplay becomes really repetitive easily, and it's kind of boring, to be honest. And at first it's really interesting, but no more than maybe half an hour of gameplay. So I'm gonna put it at a C tier. Get famous. I really like the idea of getting famous. The idea of, you know, having fame and fame perks and how you gain it. I love that you can gain it from selling paintings, from selling books, from acting, from, I think, singing. I love that it has a bit of depth, but not the depth we need, and that's why I'm gonna place it a bit higher. And the items are not it. Isle living. This is something that I really, when I saw it, was really interesting, and I love that it's teaching young kids about environment and how we should protect the earth. Yeah. I love it. Just the message I want to put for the S tier, but it's not it. It just gets boring really easily. I love the items though. Do you see how for every pack I see, I say that it gets boring easily, or there's not a lot of content, or it lacks depth. The Sims 4 in general lacks depth. And for me, saying that every pack lacks depth is just, I'm gonna have to put it on an A tier and not an S tier. Realm of Magic is really interesting to see that they brought the magic. It was really unfinished when it came out, and I don't think he got many updates. But I was really confused at first, and because I didn't really get to experiment with a lot, and I'm gonna have to put it at the C tier. Is nothing that I just use every day when I play The Sims. This is something. Discover University is just amazing. I love the pack. I just love how it's done. It has depth. It has ideas. It has items. It has two universities like that are coexisting at the same time. They have like two different types of degree, and it definitely deserves the S tier for me. Tiny Living was nothing for me, but I liked it. At first I didn't really, but I like the idea of a small house. I love the kind of gameplay that it has, but it's not much. It's just, I don't like building small house. I like building like big mansions, and I kind of like the items, so I'm gonna place the C tier. And I think these are the most recent packs. Echo Lifestyle, I was really disappointed in the trailer, but I like the items a lot. The doors, the build mode items are amazing. I really like those. It's definitely not S tier, but it's definitely A tier, and here there are. I think we all came for this Nifty Knitting. At first I was really against this pack when they went with the surveys, and I was like, I didn't really like it, I didn't really enjoy it. But the amount of items and socks, there's so many socks, and I was really shocked today when I started playing this game. I was really we have a lot of gameplay, and it's gonna take time, and that's what I like. Time to play the games. It brings out a lot of good items, and I just like it a lot. It kind of has depth. It takes time. It's not instant. I love it. I'm gonna have maybe to put it a B tier or a C tier. I cannot choose. What do you think? Should I put it a B tier or a C tier? I'm gonna put it at a B tier. It's definitely better than Bowling Night or Fitness or Moschino. For $10, I feel like it's really worth it, and I recommend you buying it. So this is my full on tier list. I think we're gonna have a lot of disagreements, and I'm gonna have to agree to disagree. But I really wanted to talk to you guys, so comment down below. And if like that was the video, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.